to yet another installment of the ever-popular and always entertaining Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer Weekly Race. Tonight we have 4 veteran runners of the Randomizer joining us as featured runners, along with several others. I'm Pro8007. I'm happy to be joining you here this evening, and my co-commentator is the lovely Amorietta. Welcome.
Good evening, everybody. Ready for a good race here, once again?
Always, yeah. We've got 4 really good runners. We've got, going from left to right, Human Mustard, a long-time Mario 3 Randomizer runner and racing enthusiast. Claris.com next to him, another very good runner who has participated in the tournaments and has done well for himself. Fonzoid, who has won, I believe, 5 times, the weekly 5 times, is a very good runner and is very capable of putting up an astonishing time. And the last runner, Much Paranoia, or It's Paranoia, is a relative newcomer to the randomizer community, but has been making pretty good strides in the last couple of months. So, it'll be interesting to see how he fares with the veterans tonight. Anything you're looking for, Amor?
Looking for a couple of boss basses, I think. I mean, I did roll the seed, so I guess I would be to blame, I suppose. We'll see.
You did roll the seed, and, well, you're not quite on probation yet, so...
Not yet. Maybe after this, we'll see.
Right. So, you got a prediction for what first world will be?
World 4.
World 4.
How about you?
I'm gonna go World 5.
I was gonna say 4 or 6. A lot of my seeds lately have been starting in World 6, so...
Yeah, that does tend to play into that. So, SRL is given the go-ahead. We should be starting any second now. We got... And you are a genius.
Well, I did roll the seed, so...
You did roll the seed. And we had guesses of 7 and 2, so... Ooh, right away!
Oh.
7-1 leads off, and they do not have a mushroom, because this first world, so that means they have to play this legit.
No door clip for anybody.
No door clip. Ouch.
Yeah, a little rough stage to start with, in general.
Claris has already taken a death. Micro Goombas all over the place. Claris is having a little trouble getting rid of this guy. Fonzoid is more than halfway up, so is Human Mustard. Ooh, I hate when they get the red piranha, no less. Mustard.
Nice little evasion by Fonzoid there with that fireballs. And he's out.
Yeah. Ooh. Paranoia get clipped there. Claris, I think he was hoping to get an item from that, but no dice. Our 6-5 is the next one, so we got two charming levels in a row here. Okay, Claris looks like he's... Ooh, we missed the jump!
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I think I might be on probation already with this seed. We just started.
As Paradox points out, it's not 6-6 at least.
Not yet, anyway. We'll see.
But, man. So, yeah, this is... We got 2 runners who have survived this. But poor Claris, and he had that too.
Yeah. And Human Mustard is out.
Oh, Paranoia trying to get an item. He gets dinged.
into the block or something for a second. Kind of messed him up.
Claris got hit by a Micro Goomba, so that's 3 for him. Meanwhile, we have our first vanilla sighting. 4-3 is 4-3.
Mm-hmm.
Thank our wonderful creator of the randomizer, F. Coughlin, for that one. Are we going to see game over? It is not impossible. This has not been a very kind seed so far. 2 runners are and 7F1.
Paranoia taking another death trying to get that power up.
It's a nice sentiment, but it's a... Yeah, okay. Nice strat by Claris. Oh, no! Oh.
Looks like Paranoia took a death on purpose there to get some lives back.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Claris
don't want a game over later.
Claris down his last chance. He is not going to go for the intentional game over. He is going to play this through. 7F1 is the first fortress, so we got both levels requiring you to use a flying ability out of the way early. So, double fire bros, so...
Not quite so friendly.
No. Okay, so Claris... Okay, got a little rile. Oh no! Game over. Whew. And, looks like 4-4 is 5-9. Ouch. Hits just keep on coming in this seed.
I think
oh
so.
Man. Paranoia. Oh.
Oh no, Claris. Brutal fire. Fonzoid deciding to skip 4-4.
And no kidding. So,
Okay, Paranoia is big. Oh, he was big. Gonna say that would help here. Oh.
So, okay, Claris.
All right, Claris, you got this.
Oh. And 7F2 is the second fortress. World. This is... You're on probation.
I willingly put myself on probation. You don't even have to do it for me. I just...
Well, that's alright, that's fair, but geez. Okay, so looks like we have some sort of timer. Okay.
Yeah,
nonetheless,
right.
Oh, Claris gets dinged by the double fire bros, so his torture is not quite over yet.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got 6-5.
Paranoia died the same way as before with that clipping into that block there.
Yeah.
In a tricky spot.
So, World 7 airship leads off, so we get the long one out of the way. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, we got the timer settled. 7 minutes. Boy, it feels like longer, doesn't it?
It kind of does with these bad levels.
Man. Claris, taking no chances here. Using a Koopa shell to break the blocks. Okay, Paranoia's got his, got his power up, so that'll help him. Okay.
All right.
Oh boy, he's in trouble.
Goodness.
And Fonzoid grabs the wand at about 7:30. So there's something to be said for that, but Clara's picking up a fire flower. Don't blame him one bit.
Mm-hmm.
He needs every little bit he can.
The beginning of the run is always rough in general because they really don't have any power-ups.
Right.
As backups or anything, so these are rough levels to start.
Yeah, this is not what you want to see. So World 1 is the next up. 3-4 is first up. Pretty simple level. Fonzoid's just gonna fly through it.
Paranoia is getting out of first level here.
Okay. Paranoia. Well, Paranoia first had to get out of that. Out of getting wedged in there. So, Fonzoid taking a death on 6-3. Trying to slip past that fire chain didn't quite work. So, give it another go. But yeah,
Paranoia's got 0 lives though, so he's got to be very careful.
Yeah, he's got to be careful until at least after beating the fort, then he's okay. Then he could probably take an intentional death.
Mm-hmm.
So Mustard with no hammer can't shortcut his way through World 1. And World 1 fort is 5F2, the fire fort.
Or what was it, the spaghetti sauce fort?
Yeah, something like that.
Heard the other day.
Yeah. The Ragu fort, I think you called it.
Yeah.
I like that. The Ragu fort. So, yeah, man, what a World 1. 7-1-6-5-5-9 7F2 World 7 airship. Jeez.
But we're getting all the bad levels out of the way now, right? So the rest of the run will be easy. Maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Is
this the first end card game we've seen, or did I just not notice
others? I don't know. I
didn't see if Mustard got anything from that.
6-9 in 1-5, a pretty easy level overall. I mean, it has its moments. Some of the enemy draws can be a little cruel, but overall it should be fine. Any sightings of Boss Bass? Not yet. No Boss Bass house, but we'll keep an eye out for it, Stewie Cartman.
Paranoia's got a couple extra lives now, so should be okay.
Yeah, he's got himself some breathing room, and he'll be able to shortcut his way through 7F1 because he doesn't have to go for the Tanuki suit.
There's Boss Bass.
There he is. See, ask and ye shall receive. 6-8, a popular location for him too.
Floating around over there.
Yeah.
I don't know what he thinks he's doing, but...
And to answer Mew's question, we have not seen any quad yet. No beloved quad. Okay. So, Paranoia's finally on something. And nice cloud from Claris. That'll come in handy. And the other level was 3-3. Okay, so... World 2 airship. Larry, he's normal as far as attributes. He's gonna need more than 3 hits, though. Four-hitter. 1229 World 2 for Paranoia.
It's a close one.
Circling around the fire chain, but gets rid of him. So
Claris now is 7-4-2. Oh, Disco Waffle, not having any of it.
And Paranoia picking up a hammer suit from the Mushroom House. That's good. World 6 is next, and it looks like Fonzo got the God Pipe, so he skips straight ahead to 6-4, which is 3-8.
It's nice because World 6 is long, so.
And there's no getting around it. It is long, even with the God Pipe. It's still a fair amount of levels you got to play through.
Paranoia getting all the coins. Giving himself plenty of lives. Safe. Not a bad idea.
Anchor for Fonzoid, which will give a random item.
And it will be the same item every time for this seed.
Correct. 6-5 is a lost level. And Paranoia getting his cloud. So Fonz is going for a second helping. He's drawn a couple of matches. He drew a couple of matches, but nothing significant. So gets another star for his trouble. Claris finally at the World 1 airship, almost 15 minutes in. Like that's like an absolute nightmare scenario.
Yeah.
6-7 is 2-2. Piggy showing off his weird hitbox. So Claris, to his abiding relief, is done at 15-17.
Paranoid deciding on a P-Wing here. Not a bad idea either.
6F2 is... Wait for our resident quad fan to tell us.
What is it?
Hurry up, Mew. I haven't got it. There it is. Yes, the Air Force. For those of you who do not know, it is the Air Force.
Well, Paranoia lost his P-Wing. I didn't see what happened, but...
Well...
He should be okay.
Yeah. Worst of it is over. We hope. Fonzoid finds 6-2 and 6-8. An auto-scroller turned off. There are only 2 auto-scrollers in the game, 5-9 and the underwater lost level, because neither can be completed. Well, 5-9 certainly can't be completed if it's not an auto-scroller.
And they got that one out of the way.
Yeah. So yeah, like I think we'll just spin this whole fiasco as you doing a public service, getting all that junk out of the way. So 6-9 is 3-9. Mustard burns through 2-2. He's holding pace roughly with Fonzoid, but see how it'll be interesting to see how the runners who were not featured, there were like 4 or 5 of them fared. We do have a forfeit already.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, but I kind of get it. I mean, you can't get out of 7-1 alive, you know. Just...
Yeah, or a couple of the, next levels too.
Paranoia is finally done with World 1 at like 1745, man. And there's 8F. 8F and 6F3. See if we can get the one cycle here with Door. Does not appear he's going to get it. He took too much damage.
Very close, though.
Yeah. We can make a straight beeline for Boom Boom. Doesn't have to worry about being because he's small. And ooh, gets the star. Gets a star kill. That's pretty hard. That's pretty rare for 8 Fort.
Yeah, got there just in time.
Hmm.
Got Ragu Fort for Claris now.
Yeah. Fonzoid. Got his it's got a hammer suit.
Maybe save that for Bowser.
No, I had taken the 5 up. Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Mustard found a lost level. I think that's 610. Yeah. And Trails, yes, Fonzoid is leading, but we don't have... I don't know how the other runners are doing. Especially a runner like Macobra is more than capable of also putting up a spectacular time, and has 1-5 as well as Fonzoid. Fonzoid, meanwhile...
We have, what, 8 or 9 runners today?
Something like that, yeah. 1932 finish for Fonzoid. Ooh, Paranoia going overshot the
right at the end too.
I
was gonna ask, do these guys have any hammers yet?
No, I don't think so.
They did have a cloud though, right?
Some of them, some do. I think some used to skip 5-9.
Mm-hmm.
6-9, 6-1. I mean, excuse me, to lead off. Didn't really see what world that was. World 5.
Mm-hmm.
And 5-2 is another lost level. And to answer what Trail said about Macobra 52 is another very, very good runner randomizer. He's won 5 times in the weekly, and he won the one-shot tournament that Randomania hosted in June.
Yeah, he sure did.
Well, I guess you would know since you're the one he defeated in the final.
That is true, he did.
Second hand level in 5-3, that's nice to see, so he'll get a free item here. And it's a P-Wing. So if they find the other 2 hand levels, more P-Wing.
We'll maybe see at some point what that anchor is. Could be a hammer or cloud or power up.
Clara's finishing World 2. Mustard just finished World 3 at 2141. Fonzoid is in the tower in World 5, one of 4 levels that can never be randomized because of its particular coding. I will say in the beta version of the new beta version of the randomizer, this tower is showing up at some very odd locations.
Yeah, and it's basically a pipe with a level inside it.
Pretty much, yeah. Paranoia opting for the star. So Fonzoid does have a hammer, and he uses it right away to skip 5, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, and 5, 7, and gets. We'll wait for our resident quad expert to. There it is, Navy.
Thank you for that.
Fonzoid used a P-wing on this level. Maybe he was hoping for one fort or something. Paranoia taking a death at 6-8. Mustard in the Lost Sky Lost level.
So Claris, I just saw, still has a cloud.
Yeah.
So that will be useful.
He got it after played 5-9. And to answer Stewie's question, the 2 Piranha levels in World 7 can't be randomized. And Paradox is right. World 8 is always last. And the Koopa kids, relative to their world, will not change either. So World 1 will always be Larry, World 2 will always be Morton, World 3, Wendy, etc. So that doesn't change. So, Fonzoid making use of the coin ship. What does he get for it? Mushroom.
And Paranoia finally getting to the end of his world 2.
And 7-4 serves as the gatekeeper to the castle, and this is a level I think a lot of people are glad isn't an auto-scroller in this randomizer. Because this is a pretty long level as it is. Not non-auto-scroller, it's actually not that long. It's
not so bad.
About 30-40 seconds. Mustard's about half a world behind Fonzoid. Paranoia closes out World 2 at about 24:30, so we actually got a decent clip in World 1. Apart from that death in 6-8, he did alright.
And Claris isn't too far from the end of his World 3. A couple levels left.
Yeah, he's got about 3 or 4 levels to go. He's in 6F2 right now, which is Air Force. World 6 airship.
So we have worlds 2, 3, and 7 left, I believe.
That is correct. What's your prediction?
3, I guess.
We're gonna go with 3. 25-40 for Fonzoid. Looks like Mustard also made use of his hammer.
Let's see what we got. Oh, it is World 3. Swear I didn't see this seed ahead of time.
Yeah, I believe you.
Oh, it's not God World 3, though.
No, Okay, well, he's got a hammer. He's gonna gamble. This is dicey, because if that he's got a 66% chance of having this turn out well, but if it doesn't, he's gonna have to play a few extra levels for this.
And we find out the anchor is a hammer suit.
Yeah.
Because he tried that first to see if it was a hammer, probably, and nope.
So 3F2 is 3F1, so vanilla in reverse. So we got some approval of his gamble, and yeah, he's got, like I said, he's got a 2 and 3 chance of that pipe taking him to a spot that is not protected by a lock.
It's always a gamble I'm never sure if I should take if that happens to me. I feel like I usually go back, but I never know if it's the right decision.
Well, if it were the other way around, if it took him to, if you started behind 3-9, I'd have 100% make this move if I had the hammer, because either way I can't miss.
Yeah.
Or World 3, quasi vanilla, 3-1. That is true, chat. World 7 does have the pipe maze, and World 2 isn't exactly going to be rolling out the red carpet either, because if they don't have hammers, they got to play through this level normally. They got to play through that world normally, and they can't do like the god strats. And
All right, so where's this pipe going to take us here?
So it's still holding on to that hammer suit, and okay, it pays off. So. Ooh, he loses his hammer suit, but he's still got another one. So good gamble by Fonzoid. Now he's got to play the fort, and it's 2F. And to answer what Dust Minion said about World 7 deciding it, it certainly can. It largely depends on what kind of breaks you get, but yeah, if somebody decides to gamble for the South Island, somebody gambles on the North Island, that definitely can swing a race. Ooh, Clara's hoping to go for a fire kill on Lemmy. Didn't get it. Now he's got to be careful. He got dinged pretty good.
You bounce off that, it really throws you, so
yeah, it's
a little bit unpredictable.
29-25 for Clara's finishing World 3, or World 6. Fonzoid gets a 2-hitter on Wendy and closes it at 29-45.
What world do you think we'll see now? We got 2 or 7, right?
Mustard opting to keep his hammer, so that could work out. It'll certainly give him an opportunity to use in Worlds 2 or 7, depending, and Fonzo gets a cloud. That'll be nice. Yeah, so World 2, which means by virtue World 7 is last.
Well, also in vanilla placement then.
As it is wont to do.
Yep, World 7 will be World 7, yep.
Fonzoid finds his way to 7-9 and 2-2. Yikes. So he has this cloud. It's going to be interesting to see when and where he uses it.
Yeah.
I mean, Mustard already to 2F, and he's going to be very happy when that pipe takes him straight to Wendy. So yeah, while it does appear Fonzoid has a lead, and he certainly does, that lead is going to shrink quite a bit in the next couple of minutes when Mustard uses his hammer in World 6. Paranoia decided to take the long way to the end of World 7. 2F, to 8F, and Fonzoid finds 1F, so he'll get a free item out of this. What's it gonna be? A frog suit. Of course it is. You created this seed.
Well, you gotta have at least one frog suit, right?
Yeah.
Maybe not, but...
Yeah, just one. You gotta have some frog swag.
Right.
So 2-3 is 5-7. Claris is in the tower. Paranoia is at the World 3 airship.
Nice hammer suit finish for Mustard.
Yeah, nice. So we'll get a special message for beating a Koopa Kid with a hammer suit. And Fonzoid has found everybody's favorite 7-8 in the quicksand.
It's always kind of a rough level.
Yeah.
Hammer Bro getting in the way first.
Yeah. I think he might have been thinking okay, there's his hammer, so that swings the pendulum a little bit. He could actually
he's not gonna use it though.
I'm surprised. I thought he might use it in that situation, just largely because that just allows you to save a ton of time. And
he'd be able to skip
this in 2-5.
Yeah. Oh.
Get a straight. Ooh, he takes another death. Fonzoid having some trouble in 7-8. He uses Cloud. Okay. Oh, I think he just realized that he had a better option here. So now he can't die here. That's the main thing. Oh boy. Oh, I jinxed him, didn't I?
Commentator's curse, huh?
Commentator's curse indeed. Whoops. That hurts.
He's just saying, well, P-Wing time. Might as well at this point.
Yeah, it's like, no chances, just get through this. 7-8 is nobody's friend. Oof. Sad trombones, yes.
Oh.
Fonzoid almost got clipped again. Koopa Shell is a shield.
Alright, he's okay. He's out.
Yeah.
And so he's going to have the hammer that could come in handy somewhere later, like in World 7 or 8.
It only pays off in one place in World 7, and you're very low odds of you actually getting it, especially early.
Yeah.
If you get it early, you are really in good shape. If not, yeah, it's not ideal. So lost level in 2-4. Human, I think Paradox is right. He's gambling on World 8 locks. Possibly, yeah. There are two of them that could come into play. Although, if that lock shows up in World 7, he's not going to turn it down.
Another fan favorite level here for Fonzoid.
Oh boy, the Pyramid 6-6. Now this is a level he should have cloud. He was hoping. Oh man, why did I use my cloud? I could have used it on this.
Actually did really well though, getting through that. That was fast too.
You got a pretty good enemy draw. That really helped.
Oh, there's no problem for him.
Mustard going to 2-5. Gets 6-7. Cloud for Paranoia. That's good. And Fonzoid is going for some froggy strats here.
Oh. Not anymore.
Yeah. It gets a fire. It's Fire Mario. That's always good. Mustard. He finds out that 6-6. I think he's still got a cloud in play. Thick Morton. Fonzoid almost missed the jump, and he got stun locked there. He did get stun locked. He's in trouble. It's a 5-hit Morton, man.
Okay. Wow. Brutal.
So 3650 for Fonzoid. Mustard gets his hammer. Yes.
Claire's finishing up his World 4.
Boy, is Mustard going to be happy when he finds out what he just skipped. He's got two clouds, so the rule of thumb, if you have any of that kind of inventory before World 8, you really should use it.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to go for a fire kill on Roy, no dice. So, World 7. Wait. What's it? Gonna be good World 7 or bad? Well, that's not a promising start.
No, it's not.
37-36 for Mustard, so he's 46. Oh boy. Oh.
Is it a boss bass one though? Oh, he's gonna skip.
He's not taking it. He's not gonna wait to find out. He is just. This is interesting. On top of the intentional death, he's gonna gamble and hope that the southern island is going to take him somewhere. That's interesting.
So we'll just hope it's not the pipe next to level 1. We'll see what Mustard's gonna do here too.
Right, yeah. So, Mustard skips 7-3 altogether. He's like, hell with this. And gets the first hand level in 7-5. So, that has actually put him in the lead for all intents and purposes.
Another gamble, though. We'll see what happens with this pipe. Where are we going to be?
So... Okay, well, that's something. He's going to get a free item out of this for playing Piranha 1. Claris, meanwhile, entering 7-7. He decided not to gamble. And Paradox, we haven't seen all the bad levels. We've seen quite a few of them, but we have not seen all of them. We still haven't seen 8-1, for example. We've not seen the underwater auto-scroller.
Hope that we won't at this point, but
yeah, really.
The way this seed is going.
Mustard. What's it gonna be? Okay, that didn't help, so he's gonna have to go back.
Alright, so he's gonna probably check the pipe behind the lock.
I would think. 6F3. Fonzoid and Mustard are neck and neck. Boom, boom, kill by Mustard.
Oh, is Paranoia racking up those lives now?
Yeah, he's at 24 lives. He is not taking any chances.
Yeah.
Paranoia missing out on a quick double fire kill. So Mustard is clouded over 7-6. Is this going to... Oh. Oh, no, he didn't. I'm sorry. He did not cloud over 7. Excuse me. Now he's going to 7-4. He's using a P-Wing. Yeah. And it's 3-2. Home of the dodgy hitbox of the Chiefs.
So that upper island had nothing.
Tilch. I mean, you know...
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Mustard having a little trouble with P-speed blocks for some reason. I've never seen that before.
Paranoia out of World 4.
I know it's going to kill everybody, but 7-1 the answer?
We'll see, won't we?
Because...
Okay.
He's okay, he's through. He found it. And he gets the third hand levels. So we've seen all the hand levels today. That's interesting. So a lot of P-Wings are being doled out to our runners. So less than a stage separating Fonzoid and Human Mustard as...
Okay, so Paranoia decides to go back. I don't know if he doesn't have a hammer or...
He's probably figuring it's not worth the gamble because it is a costly gamble if you're wrong. Claris finishes World 5 at 42.06. 5-3 is 7-9. not a particularly popular level in Rando, just because you can get some really trolly enemy draws here.
Yeah, it's kind of a long level too.
Yeah, it's like it's like the only case where in Warpless where you play play the fort rather than the regular level.
Yeah.
If that scenario, and there's a boss bass lurking too. Oh boy.
That's only what, second boss bass?
I think so. Fonzoid is doing a good job using himself as bait. 4F2. Final airship will be World 4 because that's the only one that hasn't been played yet. According to my little cheat sheet.
Yeah, I think so.
A lot of booze, mustard, making sure that there is no incident like that time where the booze actually followed him to Boom Boom and actually got him killed. Ooh, Fonzoid not get the fire kill on Boom Boom. He's got to do this normally. Mustard opting to use his music box, which is probably the only time you'll ever see it in that. Fonzoid doing the same. Whatever item it is, he figures it can't help him. One hitter. The Mustard has taken the lead with a 44 flat World 7 finish.
So we'll see how trolly World 8 decides to be, if at all.
That's true. It could be Godpipe. 44-17 for Fonzoids, so 17 seconds separate the two runners. Again, we don't know how the other runners are doing. There are a few others still racing, so
but nobody else has finished yet that we've seen. So.
Correct. So the tanks is 5-2. So long as he doesn't go into the pit of despair.
Looks like he won't.
Sun there too.
Claire's almost in World 7 here. Making steady progress.
Yeah, after he got out of that nightmare scenario with World 1, he's done alright. He has 2 hammers, so Mustard is going for it. He's going to roll the dice here. And he can use both of them. So, is this going to pay off for him, or is this going to be a wild goose chase? Okay, not helpful.
Okay.
He'll have to play 8 for it, for sure. Because that'll give him 2 more pipes.
Yep, he's going for it.
Yeah.
Fonzoid right behind him.
Yeah, they're almost synced.
Yeah. Wow.
Oof. Now they are synced. Sync! Get your syncs out, folks. This is pretty whack.
They are like, yeah.
Oof. Man.
Fonzoid like the split half a second ahead. Oh, but they're checking different pipes now, so.
Yeah, Fonzoid didn't have that extra hammer, so.
Oh, okay.
Not that. So it's this, Navy, or Handbridge.
Paranoid taking a death to the infamous Wendy. No surprise, because she is quite a bully.
Oh, it's Handbridge. Handbridge required. Get your guesses out. How many hands? Quickly.
4.
4? Oh, Buster didn't have to do a hand. Buster's got a free pass to the super tanks. Wow. Oh.
Thank you, Mew. There it is.
Man, Fonzoid is not so fortunate. He's got to play 2-4 now. And boy, oh boy, what a turn of events Mustard is in the, as far as we can tell, is in the lead. Fonzoid is getting just beaten over the head with hands.
Yeah. Claire's almost finished the long haul of this level.
7-5.
7-5, yeah.
Last fort is 6F2. Mustard had no problems with it. We have not had a dot done yet. We're at 48 minutes, no dot dones. This is Mustard's to lose. Got the hammer suit. He's got a couple of them, in fact. So is this it? Mustard going to join the pantheon of winners. To date, he has not won a race. Oh, he tried to go for the clip and didn't get it. He's got to do it again.
Trying for it again. Okay, he's gone.
Yeah. Turns out that pipe takes you to 7-2. Or, yeah, so nothing doing there. So 7-1 does not pay off. So Claire has just spent 90 seconds for nothing.
Yep.
Okay, Mustard 2 rooms away. Fonzoid is at Super Tanks. He's a few levels behind. Mustard drops Bowser. We do not have a dot done yet. This, I believe, is going to him.
And it'll be sub 50, at least.
Mustard. Well, that was something. And Mustard has scored his first win in the weeklies. Dot Dunning with an official SRL time of 49 minutes, 27 seconds. GG's Human Mustard. That is his, as I said, that is his first win in the weekly randomizer. So, man, oh man, that is impressive.
Quite a feat.
Like he and Fonzoid survived that early gauntlet, and you know, Mustard was kind of playing behind for most of it, but some very good play with his hammers, and a couple of unfortunate mistakes by Fonzoid, and then some terrific luck with the hand bridge. Unfortunately, Human Mustard has to decline an interview, but we once again congratulate him on a very richly deserved win. Fonzoid is almost to the end.
Oh, he's got his hammer suit. Oh, a quick kill.
So race for second is on. Fonzoid's got his hammer suit.
Oh, Macobra 52 has finished in second place with an official time of 51:03.
And Macobra's got dot duns at 51:03. Fonzoid will be right behind him. Finishes third with an official SRL time of 51:10.
7 seconds apart.
Yeah.
Been getting a lot of that lately, I think. People finishing 3 seconds apart, 1 second apart. Lots of close times lately.
So, yeah, Mew makes a good point. You nicked me by 3 seconds on Wednesday.
Yeah, and before that, Classic Gamer beat me by 1 second.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, forgot about that one. Paranoia's got a lot of clouds.
Yeah, what was that level he just skipped?
It
was a bad one.
Quicksand is 7-8.
Right.
He almost went over the edge there in his frog suit. Okay, good. I think that was
got rid of it.
So, I'm gonna see if we get Fonzoid to join us.
So one, yeah, human mustard one.
A human mustard one is. Ooh, Claire's got gulped by Boss Bass.
Macobra came in second and Fonzoid third. Just 7 seconds apart. Very close.
We still have. And we welcome our third place finisher, Fonzoid, to the chat. GG.
GG.
Hello. How are you guys?
Good.
Man,
how are you, especially after that World 1?
Damn, that was some seed.
And like all the tough levels thrown at you right at the beginning, or most of the tough levels.
Yeah. Actually, I don't remember a lot of the first world because
kind of blocked it out, huh?
Yeah, since this seed was so long, then I just can't remember it.
So
what's fun though? What's a good seed? Really, truly.
You and Mustard were dead even going to the hand bridge, and then he got 0 hands, and you got a couple.
Yeah, I got a few. Well, it happens from time to time. I mean, I was laughing the entire time. I was like, okay, now is when I'm gonna get all the hands. And I did, so awesome. But at least it's nice to know that this seed was hard for everybody. I mean, I thought that I was behind the entire race, mainly because of the time that I was getting. I mean, for 50 on a seed, that's not something I usually get. So I died a lot, especially on World, not Randomizer 2, but World 2, Vanilla 2. I died a lot there. I got I really tilted there, and I
know you had some problems with 6-3, 7-8 was giving you some problems. Yeah, it was not a particularly kind seed in that regard. And then, but no, you were leading, and then Mustard had more hammers down the stretch. He was able to take advantage of that situation and burning through his hammers and found out there was the hand bridge slightly ahead of you, I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the Hammer Brothers gave a lot of hammers, or maybe a few?
They were dealing a fair amount, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I chose to skip them. I mean, not all of them, but only those ones that were on my way. Oh, now I remember World 1! I get to fight all the Hammer Brothers at the beginning. They were... they just stumbled in my way. That was, I don't know, something.
Yeah, but you did really well with the levels, because we even had a couple game overs at the beginning.
Yeah, it's like, I think the world was divided into 2 people. Those who got Claris is making the plunge, 5-2. But yeah, there were 2 people. There were those who completed 7-1 quickly, and those who did not. Claris.
Oh yeah. That 7-1 at the right at the beginning. I had a flashback, and when we had that tournament, the Warbless tournament that we did a long time ago. I lost to Dogfist. I remember that, and that same thing happened. And I died there like a bunch of times, like you wouldn't believe. I was so nervous, and that level when you're only small Mario and those piranha plants while you're climbing, they are so hard to avoid.
It's awful.
Yeah, it's really awful. And I remember that right when I entered the stage, say, okay, this is it. Okay, this is gonna be tough, and I don't know. I just managed to get through that level, but I was so nervous, like you wouldn't believe. That level is so hard with Small Mario.
And it's a tough one to start with. Like for me, during when I start a seed, it takes me a couple levels to kind of warm up a little. But to just get that one right at the beginning, especially small.
Yeah, getting 7-1 right off the bat is like one of the worst levels you start with, because because one, you can't skip it, so you have to play it normally, and then you're playing it as small second, so that makes it even worse.
Yeah, especially the last part. I mean, there's like a piranha plant that in Randomizer you wish that please don't throw fire at you.
Don't shoot fire, exactly.
Yeah,
please.
And then you got the worst one too, is the red one. So and because I know Claris and Paranoia, they were just sweating bullets through that one. They just could not get their way through, and it's like finally they did, but man, it took them a long time, and that really just kind of hurt them the outset, and they never really quite recovered.
Yeah, that's the. I mean, I really think that's the worst state that you could get at the beginning of a randomizer race. Maybe that, or the 7-4-2, I believe.
6-6 as well, the swimming one. If you get bad enemy set there and you're small, you can really have a hard time.
You always get bad enemy settings there. You always get the I don't know what
bloopers.
Bloopers and some small fishes and that's the worst.
Yeah, that reminds me, Mustard. If you're still in chat, that 2 pyramid you use the cloud on, you skip 6-6.
Yeah.
One hand for Claris.
He's getting there.
That was. It's like that might have been, I guess in a sense, that might have been like the turning point for Mustard, because once he got the cloud on 6-6, it's like he seemingly could do no wrong as far as predictions are concerned.
All right, we have another finisher. Leslie Pro 04 is finished in 4th with a time of 1 hour 23 seconds.
It's not bad.
GG.
Yeah.
For this seed, not bad.
Who rolled this, by the way? More again?
That would be me.
Okay, nice. 2 out of 2. You are a super nice seed giver.
Well, so we still have a few runners in play here. Let's see. Paranoia and Claris. I think that's it. I don't think there are any other runners. So our last 2 are still racing. Claris finds his way to 8F to 6F2. Leslie makes the comment, is arguably a worse seed than the one I rolled a couple weeks ago. Debatable, but that one was pretty bad, but
I don't quite remember how bad it was, but
yeah.
No, but this one was a bad seed. I mean, definitely one of the worst I've played in a long time.
Yeah, it's like you've been playing the beta, so it must have been kind of like a real jarring. It's like, oh, that's right, I actually have to play this like a normal Mario 3 game now.
Maybe that was the point of me rolling the seed. Just to remind everybody, you know. This ain't no beta here. This is the real deal.
Yeah, this is actually the real deal compared to beta.
Yeah.
Claris finally puts it down.
Nice hammer suit finish. Finishes 5th with a time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 50 seconds.
GG to Claris. Paranoia is still grinding his way through. He's about a world. He's still got about a world to go. And we welcome our 5th place finisher, Claris.com, to the interview. GG.
GG, Claris.
Thanks.
So how did you feel about that first world? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, other than the start, yeah, it would have been an okay seed.
Yeah. Rough start.
I was considering just calling it a night if I would have got to 2 game overs, but yeah, persistence picked off.
Oh yeah. You were saying after you got through that little rough patch there, you know, played pretty consistently, I'd say.
Yeah, you and Paranoia kind of had the same thing. It's like once you got out of 7-1, it's like, okay. Like, now you kind of relax a little bit.
Yeah, now we can play.
At least it's what's at the beginning of the seed. I mean, that's bad, but also if you game over, then you don't have to play a lot of stages again. So
yeah, that's true.
Like the main thing I think was just getting to the fort and like just surviving that. It's like, okay. It's like once you did that, it's like, okay, now we're okay. But it was a hell of a ride to get there. Cause I mean, 6-5 and 4-3 aren't bad, but you know they have their moments. And it's like 7F1 being the first fort was probably a relief. It's like, boy, how can you screw that one up?
Yeah.
So,
World 7 was something, I think, as well.
Yeah, it's like 7-5 is blocking 7-1, and it's like, whoops, yeah, forget that. But
yeah, because, I mean, what usually you want to do when you get to World 7 is get to the middle section as soon as you can, where the fortress is.
The top island there?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But this time, when you get there was nothing there. And you had to go back and try to find a route to exit the world. That was actually really trolly. I mean, this scene was really, really something. 7-1 at the beginning. Yeah. World 7 being a mess. World 8 was also really bad. At least for me, I had all the hands, so...
World 3 wasn't exactly giving it out either, so there was that.
At least you had the pipe in World 6.
Yeah, that was the only piece of generosity this seed was given out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, usually when you play a randomizer, you kind of hope that some of the hardest worlds will give out something. Like, I don't know, if you have a hard World 7 and a long World 6, then you will get a free World 3. But in this case, wasn't it? I mean, the only thing that was kind of generous was World 6, because you have the pipe that you skip the first part of the world. But besides that, it was really, really trolling.
Yeah, and the levels it gave out weren't too bad. I mean, 8-2 is not always a picnic, depending on the enemy set. But overall, an 8 fort is just long. It's there.
Mm-hmm.
But so while we wait for Paranoia to finish, he's in 5-2. Both of you, I believe, have played the beta. What are your thoughts on the beta version 1.2 that Fred has so lovingly put together?
It's really fun. it's shorter than the regular version that we are used to.
Yeah.
So that's really inviting for new people to play, because it's not gonna take you that long to finish a run. I mean, in the time that you do one normal run, you get to do one or two of the new beta one.
Right.
But yeah, go ahead, Pro.
I would say I've played about 4 or 5 seeds, and it's rare to get something over 45 minutes. I've had a couple of plus 40s, but that's usually with like World 5, 6, and 7 just, dragging you all over the place.
Yeah, I even had a 30, I think it was a 37 minute today, and I've never gotten below 40 before, so I was
just before this race, me and Mako did a race of the beta, and I got a 21, I believe. So
21. Wow.
Yeah, this it can be really, really short.
I'm
playing on beta, but it's fun, but it's really different. Actually, it's really, really different.
Yeah,
some of the locks. I think some people were saying the same thing. Some of the locks could be a little bit better placed.
Yeah, I think
to require a little bit more that you play a little bit more before you can finish the world.
Yeah, that's like the one thing. And one idea I had, and I know I mentioned you and you Amor and you Claris, but Fonz, if you die in the air on an airship, I think the airship should be moving now. If we use this as a tournament, if we use this version for tournaments, the airship moves if you die on an airship.
That's so mean.
That's how it's supposed to be, right?
It's got.
What would happen now if you get an anchor? Would the anchor behave as a random item, or would it behave like it's supposed to as well and keep it in place?
I don't know. You could probably have it either. You could probably do it either way, but it's like there has to be, I think, some sort of counterbalance just to like put a little more emphasis on the airships, because it's just a thought. But we're a long way off from that, anyways. But that was one idea I did have, and
that's way too much. I mean, even in the vanilla game, that's awful. I mean, if you die in an airship, then if it goes away, then you're done. I think it's a cool trolley idea, but I mean, on a race, then if that happens to you, that's, at least for me, that's an instant forfeit.
Maybe it can at least be an option to turn on or off.
Yeah, I mean, the availability is there in the randomizer already.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, none of us use it, but
because I don't remember really seeing that. So
it's there, but but I also thought it was interesting with the new version. I think clouds have more importance now than hammers.
Yeah, hardly use the hammers at all.
I believe that now gambling is off the table. I mean, probably the best way to play that kind of game is not to play end cards or hammer birds at all. Usually, you don't need hammers up until World 8, probably, maybe, and you can get those on the by just beating a world,
right?
By the Koopa links. So what you should do is just skip everything you can, and if you have hammer, then try to not use it, because you're probably gonna need it on World 8, which is a disaster right now.
Right.
But besides that,
World 2 and 4, I've actually used them quite effectively with the boulders, because I've had seeds where the fort that creates the bridge is located like near 4-2 or something. Oh boy.
Oh.
At least Paranoia survived that.
Oh.
So you're just gonna take this way? Oh boy.
Take the scenic route.
Oh.
But
could call it that, sure.
Yeah, but that was kind of interesting. So the hammers I use just to skip a level. It's like, okay, I really don't want to play whatever this level is. I'll just use the hammer and just kind of work my way around.
Well, actually, Pro, I was thinking, since there's people watching that never played the beta, or probably never seen it, You could try to explain to the viewers at home what's the new features of the randomizer beta of Super Mario Bros. 3.
Sure. So version 1.2 of the randomizer is a lot like what you're seeing here, except now levels, types, forts have all been shuffled around. Their locations have been shuffled and all of that. So instead of seeing 1-1, for example, you might see 1-5, or you might see 1-6 or something. Locks have been moved, and forts have also been moved, so that could have an impact on your routings. Lock might not impede your progress in World 1. You could go straight to where World 1-5 is, for example. On the other hand, perhaps say that lock is in the vanilla location, but the fort is in 1-4. Well, that means, okay, you got to play 2 levels now just to get to the fort. So it kind of turns the routing, the traditional routing that we all know and are familiar with, kind of on its head a little bit, and makes you really sort of think about the game in a very kind of abstract way. And Paranoia has finished with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 13 minutes, 29 seconds. GG to him.
GG.
Whew. And Paranoia will be joining us shortly for a interview. But, so there he is. We welcome Paranoia to the chat.
GG.
Well, I think everybody kind of feels that way.
Did anyone else get stonewall really hard by the first level? Because
yes. I took a game over. Yeah.
I was just gonna ask how World 1 felt for you, but I think we know from your reaction.
And then that was not bad. If that was not bad enough, I think I literally took the longest route through World 7 I could.
Oh, it happens, I guess. It's rough.
Yeah, it's like I think after that first fort, it's like, okay, now almost like the race could begin properly.
Mm.
But yeah, it was a grind for everybody. I think for the first 15 minutes, first 2 worlds, we'll say the first 2 worlds of this seed. After that, then things kind of settled down a little bit, but not by much.
Well, it was just like, for me, it was just like, oh my god,
It's old Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Pretty much.
I mean, eventually I had enough items just to brute force the rest of the game, so that was fine. But
yeah, and lots of cloud. You had some clouds. I mean, you could have burned through a few more levels if you really want. Well, you used them in World 8 to kind of skip around the fort, which was kind of an interesting idea, and that worked out. But
what even was that fort? Because I did not see it.
That was 5F1.
I'm glad I didn't see it then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't like that fort. I don't like this game right now.
You can stick to playing, trying out more of the beta then.
Yeah.
Give that a little bit more attention.
Yeah, it is kind of a switch. At least I know you guys have said that, but it's like just looking at it, it's like, oh, that's right. Now we got to do this the regular way again. No more free passes to the end of the world.
It was quite a reminder of that, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, it's just like World 6 at least. The World 6 map was at least kind enough to let you skip that first part.
Yeah, there wasn't really any other kind of generosity going by this seed though, man. World 3 World 3 at least wasn't awful in that regardless which route you took, you weren't going to get locked out twice, so there was that. But World 7, nope. Made you do the South Island. Go figure.
I mean, World 3 was the slowest World 3 that you can ever get.
No.
Go through the first pipe, get locked down, then go back, have to play all the levels, then search for the correct pipe. I mean, there's a lot of ways that World 3 could have been a lot nicer to us. I was looking at my notes, and the second half of this race, I mean, the stages, the World 3, 2, 7, and 8 were that last, and they were trolling. This was a really bad seed overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Moore. That was really nice of you.
Well,
you're welcome, I guess.
I think the only way that first world could have gotten worse is if I did die on 5-9, because
Yeah, I think you almost did, right? You were
that flame top was
Yeah, you had to kind of hop around him there at the end, but you made it, so it's good.
If I died at the very end, though, that would have been like perfect. Yeah.
all right. So, any other final thoughts other than the seed is a troll and we will never speak of this again?
I wish to never see 7-1 in its entirety ever again in my life. That's my final thought.
Practice those clips then, really.
Oh, and actually, another thing about 7-1 that got me a couple times was the block decided to clip through me. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I was noting that. It happened to you like twice.
I tried, so it's just like, oh boy.